Climbing back upon Mount Soapbox for another rant 3 weeks in a row. Not intentionally, it's just that every week Rockstar is giving me another reason to climb up here and rant. Major issues in GTA Online that have been around for quite a while, but there's a new one, and there's one that doesn't go away even if Rockstar does try to quote-unquote fix it without properly fixing it. We're talking about God Mode and orb spamming, which, surprise, surprise, is spreading across current-gen consoles, PS5 and Xbox Series like the plague. Griefers and tryhards are able to go into God Mode thanks to not only the Speedo Van glitch, but also taxi work. And yeah, orb spamming continues. What a shock. It's gotten to the point now where it's almost pointless to go into a public lobby, even if you're into PvP, like legitimate PvP, none of that EWO BS. You just want to go one-on-one against another player and just have a good time, whether it's on the ground or up in the skies above Los Santos in jets or helicopters, because there's a very good possibility that you're going to be fighting players that are in God Mode that can't be killed no matter how much better of a player you are than them, or if somebody gets pissed off enough at you, they'll simply just orb you. Professional, Gilly Master, a few others have made similar videos. In fact, I was hanging out with Riley and Pro last week whenever we were going around public lobbies checking out how many people were in God Mode because of the taxi glitch, and it was absolutely insane. But sadly, it doesn't really surprise me. Now, for the record, I, for the most part, like the taxi work, but I think because of the problems that we are now facing due to taxi work being exploited for God Mode, along with the Speedo Van and orb spamming, these things should be, at the very least, temporarily removed or disabled until Rockstar is able to find the root of the problem causing God Mode or orb spamming, fix the issue, and then restore these various modes. To be honest, I wouldn't mind if they just completely scrapped and did away with the Orbital Cannon once and for all, and simply just gave everybody that bought the Orbital Cannon $900,000 in reimbursement. But chances are Rockstar's not going to do that. There was a time when this company cared about product. They cared about good, quality games, but all Rockstar and Take-Two gives a damn about these days is making as much money off of loyal fans with as little effort as possible. Case in point, we got the quarterly earnings report from Take-Two yesterday. I did a short on this. Once again, Take-Two is lying about updates for Red Dead Online. This doesn't surprise me in the slightest. That's what they give a damn about, making money. Take-Two will lie to its loyal fans, customers, and now they're just lying to their investors when it comes to updates for Red Dead Online, even though technically the last update to that game was back in the summer of 2021 with the Blood Money Capitale update. But going back to GTA Online, players can just God Mode and orb spam to their heart's content. Rockstar tells us to report them through the in-game menu. It doesn't do a damn thing, whether it's through Rockstar support or through the in-game menu, because these players are still around, God Moding, as well as orb spamming without any consequences from Rockstar. But you know when Rockstar actually gets off their ass? Whenever somebody is either doing a money or vehicle dupe glitch. That's when you'll magically see Rockstar kick high gears into action and fix those problems and ban players that were doing the money glitches or vehicle dupe glitches. Oh, they'll get punished. But the God Moders, the orb spammers, nope, not even a slap on the wrist. This is not only happening on last gen and PC, and yeah, Rockstar did put out that security patch for GTA Online on PC. It took them a few weeks to finally get it out, and if we had dedicated servers, it most likely wouldn't have been an issue at all. But as I've pointed out at least once or twice already, God Moding and orb spamming is happening on current gen, PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series, and that version of GTA 5 and Online is still less than a year old. That's right. Technically, the milked edition of GTA 5 and Online for PS5, Xbox Series is a new game. It launched March 2022. Now, there's probably orb spammers and god moders out there that are just saying, oh, GB doesn't like us. I don't really care about you, to be honest. I'm over what your nonsense is in the public lobbies. You mean very little to me. I'm not mad at the god moders or the orb spammers. It just shows how pathetic they really are, having to use such dirty tactics against other players that actually are good or decent at PvP, because there are players in GTA Online that have really good PvP skills, which is something that the god moders and orb spammers obviously lack, along with a spine. No, I'm pissed at Rockstar and Take-Two for not doing a damn thing about this issue while continuing to take players' money. Shark cards, Milked Edition for PS5, Xbox Series, the GTA Plus scam. You're a bunch of greedy corporate rats in suits who should be ashamed of yourselves for allowing your moneymaker, your golden goose, which is 9+ years old now, to be in the current state that it's in, especially on the PS5 and Xbox Series. Most other studios out there with their golden gooses, like Epic's Fortnite, they do a much better job taking care of that game with regular quality of life updates, nerfs, buffs, faulting things that are problematic. But do you really think that Rockstar is going to tackle orb spamming, which has been a problem for many years now, or god moding, which is nothing new? Like I mentioned, the taxi version of god moding is just the latest variation of this problem. We still have players going into god mode with the Speedo van, and the only real way that you can counter god mode is with a Kanjali tank and simply run over and sit on these god mode players until they die. Once they lose their god mode abilities, they show their true colors and leave the lobby. It's painfully apparent that Rockstar and Take-Two don't care if their golden goose, the cow that they've milked down to the bones and bone marrow, GTA Online, is a disaster, especially in the public lobbies. From the issues that happen on PC to what's happening on the platforms. If Rockstar actually still gave a damn about GTA Online, there'd be way more quality of life improvements. There'd be better updates instead of copy pasta content that we've been getting over the past year. And they would still be putting out a spring update instead of stretching out the locked content from Drug Wars all the way to summer 2023, most likely. But no, it's low effort from Rockstar and Take-Two in order to make as much money off of us as they possibly can. But GB, they're working on GTA 6. They don't have enough people to do all this stuff for GTA Online. Rockstar is one of the largest studios in the world. From Scotland to California and a few other studios here and there, they have thousands and thousands of employees. And yeah, I know they're focused on GTA 6. We've talked about that before. But because GTA Online is still live service and still makes money for them, you think that Rockstar and Take-Two would allocate more funds towards a dedicated team for GTA Online to not only continue to put out good quality updates, but combat these problems that persist in GTA Online, such as god moding, orb spamming, and other much needed quality of life improvements like vehicle balancing. They talked in the summer of last year about how they're going to rebalance vehicles, and technically the only vehicle that they quote-unquote rebalanced was the broomstick, aka the Presser Mark II. Well, what about most of the other PvP vehicles, some of which need to be nerfed? Others are in dire need of being buffed. Are they just going to nerf or buff one PvP vehicle a year and call that a great accomplishment on their end? Who knows? Maybe this summer they'll finally buff the Valkyrie. Fat lot of good it'll do when you're going up against orb spammers and god moders that you can't kill. I really do want to be excited about GTA 6. I hope that it's an amazing game. I'm not here to boycott GTA 6. But at the same time, it's sad to see where Rockstar is right now compared to the company they used to be when, yeah, they were always about making money. What company isn't? But they were also obsessed with putting out good quality content. They were fantastic with story mode games from the GTA 3D era Bully, Red Dead Redemption 1 and 2, GTA 4, GTA 5. And there were definitely several years of GTA Online content that actually felt like good quality updates. But somewhere along the way, Rockstar and Take-Two's greed got the better of them. They could be making more money in Red Dead Online, but they completely abandoned that game despite falsely claiming that they're still putting out updates for Red Dead Online in their quarterly earnings report. Right, Take-Two? And despite the fact that I feel like GTA Online 9 years on is down to nearly the bottom of the barrel, there is things that they could still do with GTA Online to refresh it, improve it, like quality of life improvements, rebalancing a lot of PvP vehicles to make the PvP experience more diverse and interesting in public lobbies, removing the Orbital Cannon once and for all, as well as punishing players that are doing God mode and orb spamming instead of just completely ignoring them and allowing them to continue. But I guess Rockstar's just too busy these days coming up with what's going to be in next month's GTA Plus scam, or which drip-fed vehicle they're going to put out and make quote-unquote limited time in a pathetic attempt to get people FOMO'd, right? With the freaking icy rally that most people didn't give two shits about. Fine, it was limited edition. If it never comes back, most of us won't care, Rockstar. Laziness, low effort, and greed is what's not only dooming GTA Online, but the Grand Theft Auto franchise as a whole. While I'm still trying to hold out some hope that we're actually going to get a good quality game with GTA 6 whenever that releases, whether or not it's in 2024 or 2025. But when it comes to GTA and Red Dead Online, it's painfully apparent that Rockstar and Take-Two care very little for quality.